Welcome back to Formal Fitness, everybody. I am your host, Jim Dandy, and today it is 30-minute yoga. Just with any yoga session, I always like to calm and center myself first, so we're going to start with some deep breaths. Big deep breath in, hands up and down in prayer. I like to go in threes, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. And 3. Alright, inhale again. Up. Lengthen those arms. Come back slightly. And come down halfway. Hug that tree. Bend in those knees. Bring that pelvic back. And just open up that chest. And again. Up. Back slightly. Down and give it a hug. And one more time, up, back slightly, down, give it a hug. Now open up those arms, bring them all the way around. Rotate those shoulders and come back up, down in prayer. Okay, we're going to go up again. Lengthen those arms. Back slightly, come down, hands rest on the knees. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. We're going to bring that pelvic bone back and just give it a nice stretch. And then we're going to roll that spine and tuck in our core. And then we're just going to roll that back out. Roll it in. Back out. Bring it in, roll that spine, come all the way up, roll those shoulders backwards, counterclockwise, and roll them the other way. Get a nice rotation in those shoulders, and then we're just going to rotate those wrists a little bit too. We work our shoulders and we work our wrists a lot during yoga, so it's good to stretch out those joints and those muscles. Okay, this time we're going to inhale up. Lengthen back slightly. And we're going to come down into a nice squat. Arms straight out. We're going to hold. And really get really deep into that stretch. Just come down as far as you feel comfortable. Arms forward. And then we're just going to come up slightly and back down into that stretch. Once more, just up slightly. Back down into that stretch. Up slightly. This time we're going to engage the abs and come all the way up. Bring those arms up and down. Squeeze those shoulder blades, really open up that chest. Again, up. Exhale down. Squeeze those shoulder blades, really open up that chest. And one more time. Up nice and high. And down, opening up that chest. And release. Alright, now before we come all the way down, we're just going to move into our tree. I'm going to bring that leg up. You can stay here if you'd like, or come up higher if you feel comfortable. And those hands are going to rest in prayer. And just tighten that core to really hold your stretch. And if you can, inhale, bring those arms up. Again, keep that core nice and tight. And release. Now we're going to bring this leg up, the knee. We're just going to bring it out to the side. Arm comes out to the side for a nice deep stretch, and hold this arm out for balance. And then if you can, straighten that leg out. And then bring it back in. And close that off. And bring it down. Other side. Come up as high as you feel comfortable. Try to avoid resting on the knee because you can put push that knee out and you'll lose your balance and possibly even cause injury. And again, just nice tight core. Stay here if this is where you feel comfortable. If you want to make it a little more challenging, inhale, bring those arms up. And release. Now we bring that knee up. Nice stretch. Arm comes out to the side for balance. And we're going to open up that hip. Today it's all about hips and the lower back. And then if you can, stretch that leg out nice and straight. And bring it in, release. Now we're just going to bring those arms out to the side for balance. Lift that knee up. We're going to kick that leg out nice and straight. We're going to bring it in, down and back. Really stretch that out. And back up. All the way up. Kick it out. Back in. Down and back. And once more. Up. Kick it out. Down and back. And bring it in. Switching sides. Bring that knee up nice and high, the higher the better. And kick it out. Back in, and down and back. Nice deep stretch. Once more, up, all the way up nice and high. Kick that leg out. Back in, down and back. And one last time, nice and high. Kick that leg out. Bring it in, down and back. Now we're just going to twist to the side. Lower half of the body is going to stay nice and straight. Arms are going to come back. We're going to bring that shoulder back nice and tight. Stretch that out. Arm comes all the way around. Hold that stretch. Make sure the lower body does not move, only turn at the waist. And we're going to bring that back around. Other side. Nice deep stretch. Keep that lower body facing forward. And come forward. And we're going to rotate just nice and tight. Opening up that chest, stretching out that back. And forward and release. Alright, now we're going to step it out into a wide angle. And we're going to come up. Inhale, lengthen, back slightly. We're going to come down to a nice flat back and just hold that stretch. Inhale and bring it down to one side. Touch the floor if you can't. Then just come down to the knee or the shin and open up that chest. Bring that arm all the way back and really get deep into that stretch. Eyes should be facing the ceiling. Now while we're here, we're going to reach up, we're going to grab our ankle or grab our shin. And then we're going to come down into a nice lunge, side lunge. And keep holding onto this. We're going to come back up, we're going to switch to the other side and lunge to the other side. And come back up, bring that arm up. And back around to the ground. And we're going to switch. We're going to come up, open the chest up on the other side. Bring that arm back to the opposite hip. And really open up that chest. The eyes should be facing the ceiling. Now we're going to bring this arm up, grab the ankle, grab the shin, wherever you can reach. And we're gonna come into a nice side lunge. Straighten this leg out. Just really go deep into that stretch. And then up and to the other side. This leg straightens out now. And back up. Arm comes down. This arm up slowly and around. And back down. And then we're going to engage the abs as we lift ourselves up and bring those arms down in prayer. Exhale. Nice. Moving on. Keeping our wide angle stance. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing here. We're going to come up, arms up, and prayer, lengthen back slightly. And come all the way down this time to a full forward fold. And walk it out to a nice wide angle down dog. Make sure those hips are nice and high and that back is nice and straight. We want a good deep stretch. Okay, now we're going to bring one leg up, dog split. And turn that leg out, rotate the hip. And back down. Now, we're going to bring that leg up again. And we're going to move out and to the side and back. And again, cross, middle, and out. And one more time. And back in. Now bring that leg up for a nice deep lunge. Hands on either side of that leg. And we're going to stand up. Back leg's going to turn sideways and we're going to move into our warrior two. And just hold that for a second. Then we're going to come forward. Lean into that leg. Arms are out. Nice and straight. Then we're going to come back up. We're going to straighten this leg out. We're going to bend into this back leg. And again, we're stretching out those hips. And back up. Forward once more. Straight. And back. And again, forward. And back up. This time we're going to come down into our triangle. One arm comes to the ground. Other arm comes all the way up. And then we come back around the hip. Open that chest once more. And then we're going to come up and back around and up. And this time we're going to lean back into our crescent, eyes towards the ceiling. Coming forward again. We're going to leave this arm back behind us. We're going to go back down into that triangle once more. Again, eyes towards the ceiling. We're trying to keep that chest nice and open. Back up again. Into our crescent. And once more, down into our triangle. Chest is nice and open. And back up. And into our crescent. And then we'll raise this arm up. And we're going to turn that leg forward again. And then we're just going to come back down into that deep lunge. And we're going to step it back into our wide angle down dog. Now we move on to the left leg. You have to, what you do to one side, you always do to the other, because you want to maintain a balance. So we're going to bring our left leg up nice and high. And then we're going to rotate that out, open up that hip. And back down. Awesome. Now we're going to cross that leg back. Middle. Take it up to the side. Again. Cross. Middle. Out to the side. And once more. Cross. Middle. Out to the side and back in. And just step that in. Left leg in for a nice deep lunge. Hands on either side of that leg, and we're going to come up again into our warrior two. Right leg goes back this time. Twist it to the side. Okay. And again, we're just going to lean into that forward leg. Get a nice deep stretch into that hip. And up. And come back on that other leg. Continuing to stretch out that hip. And forward again. Arms nice and straight. They're going to feel fatigued. You just want to tighten that core and help keep that upper body where you want it. Okay. Moving into our triangle. Coming down. This arm comes back and around. We're going to keep it back. Keep that chest nice and open. And then we're going to come up into our crescent. Eyes towards the ceiling. Come back at a nice deep stretch. And again, down and forward. Back into that triangle. Up once more into our crescent. And again. Down. Eyes towards the ceiling. Keep that chest nice and open. And again, into our crescent. And forward. Turn those feet forward again. Arms come down, back into that deep lunge. Bring that leg back. And we're just going to really get nice and tall into that down dog. And then we're going to just bring it down to our knees. Nice tabletop position. Before we move on, we're going to stretch out our calf camels. So just arch that back nice and high around that spine. And then as we exhale, we go down and stretch it out. Back comes down. Our rear sticks out. And then again, inhale. Nice rounded spine. Exhale, come down into that stretch. And once more, up. And back down. Moving on to our bird dog. If you have trouble with balance, keep those both arms down if you need to. And just bring this leg back. But we're going to move into more of a balanced pose. We're going to bring that arm up as well. And we're going to hold that. Now we're just going to raise that up. Nice and high. Raise the arm, raise the leg. If you can't do both, that's fine. Really focus on the leg. We want to stretch out those hips. Now we're going to bring that arm out to the side. And our hips just going to open up to the side. We're just going to come up. Arm comes out for balance, or you can keep it down. This also helps to work your core when you're holding this balanced pose. Okay, and just bring that down. And we're going to move on to the other side. Leg comes out, stay here if this is where you're comfortable. If you want to make it more challenging, bring that arm out. Hold that. And then we're just going to give it a nice raise. Up and down. Just nice and tight. Really focus on working that hip and holding that balanced pose. Alright, we're going to bring this arm out to the side for balance. And our left leg's going to come up this time. We're continuing to stretch out those thighs and glutes. And down. Nice. All right, we are going to sit back into our child's pose. Just come back. And if you want to get a really nice deep stretch, spread those knees out so you can get in between there. And really just go as deep as you can and bring those arms out and just come all the way down. Really let that chest rest down on the ground and And stretch out that lower back. Alright, as we come back up, we're going to come up to these knees. Our arms are going to slide back and behind our back. We're going to grab, pull down on our arms and really open up that chest. Just come nice and high. And then bring it forward. Really stretch out that lower back. Now we're going to come up and stretch out those shoulders. We're going to come down to one side, lean and really stretch out our sides there. And other side. Great. Bring those arms down to the side. Rotate those shoulders out once more. And then we're just going to grab here at our neck. Bring it down to one side. Try to bring it down to the shoulder and not raise the shoulder up to the neck, because your shoulder is going to want to come up. And then this arm's just going to come back and squeeze. We're going to squeeze that shoulder back and really stretch out there between the shoulder and the neck. And come up and the other side now. Bring that neck down, squeeze that shoulder blade back. And then come up. Turn to the side. Nice full rotation of the neck. And then we're going to continue to stretch out those arms. We're going to come back here, stretch out those triceps. Again, other side. And stretch out those biceps. Come forward. And stretch out those wrists. Other side. And again, stretch out that wrist. Now we're going to bring one leg forward, nice and straight. We're going to inhale up, exhale, slide down that leg. Try and keep that leg as straight as you can. If you have to bend the knee slightly, that's fine. We just want to get a nice deep stretch through here. And slide up. And bring that leg up nice and straight. And we're going to lift this arm up. We're going to come down with this arm. We're just going to stretch it out. Just a nice quick stretch, a nice extension through here. And then we're going to lean forward, bring those arms behind your back, come forward, lean into that leg, really get deep into that stretch, and up. Bring that knee down, switch sides. Bring that leg nice and straight. Again, inhale up, hands in prayer. Exhale, slide down that leg. Try and keep it as straight as you can. Just get nice and deep into that stretch. And back up, straighten that knee out, nice and straight. And again, we're just going to come down and get a nice deep stretch. Awesome. And now hands behind our back again. This time grabbing the opposite wrist. And we're just going to lean forward into that leg. And back up nice. Bring that knee down. And we're just going to inhale up. Nice deep breath. Exhale down in prayer. Ending our class. Namaste.